All right, next week we're taking the check-ins. So we're going to use these next few days to review a little bit. For your check-in, we got 5 topics. Y'all got calculators back on your seats, but 4 of these topics do not use calculators. So y'all can stop playing with them. We got PEMDAS and exponents. No calculators. We got dividing with fractions. That'll be a no calculator one. Dividing with 4-digit dividends. You know, you got the 4 or 5-digit number on the inside with the division. Again, no calculators. Operations with decimals. We got adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing with decimals. No calculator. The only thing we're able to use calculators really on will be percentage problems. You know, that we did way back in, I don't know, October probably. So, we're going to review everything a little bit. So, I'll do one, and then y'all will do one, okay? So, for order of operations problems, what do I do first? Parentheses. So, we always do in the parentheses first. In the parentheses, we follow our order of operations as well. That means I'm doing that division first. 10 divided by 5 is 2. 12 minus 2 is 10. So I got 2. I'm still going to put it in the parentheses just to separate it from that 2. All right, after parentheses, what do I do? Exponents. I got 10 to the second power, 100. I'm going to put a multiplication symbol. Remember, a number next to a parentheses is multiplication, okay? So it'll be 2 times 100. We still got divided. What's 2 to the third power? 8. Remember, it's 2 times 2, which is 4, times 2 again, which is 8. So when you have exponents, you're multiplying out that number, the base number, that many times. Okay? Now I've got multiplication and division. Which gets done first?
It depends.
It depends. We go from left to right. In this case, it is the multiplication. It's not always the multiplication. We go left to right, multiplication and division at the same time. So 2 times 100 is 200. We got divided by 8. 200 divided by 8. I know that one because $2 is 8 quarters. So that's 25. Everybody kind of follow? It's just working through the steps, right? All right, y'all try this one. Multiple choice. Asking you which one has the least value. Robert? A is incorrect. Tariah? D is correct. All right, so we're looking for the one that has the least. What's 3 squared? 9. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 plus 4, 13. Look, if you look at C and B, B and C both have 4 squared, right? One has plus 3, the other has plus 2. Obviously, plus 2 is lower than plus 3, right? So you could easily eliminate B that way, but we'll do it anyhow. 4 squared is 16, plus 3 makes 19. 4 squared is 16, plus 2 makes 18. 2 to the third power is 8. 8 plus 4, 12. That makes that one less. Okay? Any questions on that one? Dividing fractions. So we got a rectangular table that is 4/5 of a meter wide. Top of the table has an area of 1 3/4 meters. What is the length of the table? They like doing area problems for the fractions and for the ones with the 4-digit numbers, okay? What that means, you take the area and you divide by either the length or the width, whichever one they give you. All right, so when I divide with fractions, what do I need to do to this problem? Keep, change, flip. All right, and with that mixed number, I need to make it improper, right? So 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 makes 7, and we keep the denominator. So we keep that, we change to multiplication, and we flip the second fraction. Okay? Then, with multiplication, what do you do for multiplication? Straight across the top. 5 times 7 is 35. Straight across the bottom. 4 times 4 is 16. I can't simplify that. Nothing goes into 35 and 16. But if it's a multiple choice, you could see it as a mixed number, okay? So how many times 16 go into 35? Twice. 3 left over. If it's one where you would have to type in the answer, this is the better way to do it. Just keep it as an improper fraction. They'll count that as correct. If it's multiple choice, it'll probably be the mixed number, okay? Any questions? Pretty much, if you're not sure what to do when you see a fraction on a problem, for this check-in, if you see a fraction, it's a division problem. Or it's got division somewhere in it. All right, Jacob has 6½ cups of peanuts. He divided the peanuts into 1/4 cup bags to share with his friends. How many bags of peanuts does Jacob have to share? Gray? 26 is correct. All right, the biggest thing with these problems is what to put first, okay? What you put first is what's being divided up. The total amount of the peanuts is being divided up, so the 6½ is going first. We're dividing by 1/4. Change that to an improper, the 6½. So that becomes 13/2. We do keep, change, flip. We keep the 13/2, change to multiplication, flip the 1/4. 52/2. Not always, but a lot of these types of problems do work out to whole numbers. So you can always try that division, and we get 26 in this case. Okay? Any questions with the fractions? That was a little more recently. Y'all probably remember that a little bit better. All right, so these other problems with the 4-digit dividends, we're going to do some division. So if you see a 4 or 5-digit number, that means you're going to do some division with that big number on the inside, okay? In this case, I got 150 on the outside. Most of y'all's problems, it's going to be a 2-digit number on the outside, not a 3-digit number. So that makes a little bit of a difference. So doesn't go there, doesn't go there. Remember, you can always list out multiples. So we got 150, 300, 450, 600, 750, 900. 900's too high there. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on my list. I got 750. We subtract. We get 89. I bring down to 0, 890. This 900's too high, can't use that, so that means we're using that 5 again. Subtract. We get 140. That's the end of my number though, isn't it? If I keep going, I would get a decimal using that remainder, right? What's the question ask? How many will have exactly 150 flyers? So what that's looking for is the whole number, okay? So the 55 is my answer. Sometimes it'll ask for like how many are left over, and the 140 would be the answer, but this one's asking for just the full. Okay? All right, big number. Local farmers market has a box of 18,900 bags. They will give each vendor the same number of bags. There are 36 vendors. How many bags will each vendor receive? Sydney, what do you get? 525 is correct. So we got 18,900 divided by 36. I listed 6 of the multiples of 36. That's as high as I needed to go. Doesn't go into 1, doesn't go into 18. Goes into 189 5 times. So we get 9, bring down to 0. Goes into 90 2 times. We subtract, get 18, bring down to 0. We got 180. That was 5 times. This is one that worked out exact. Any questions? All right, so this one had to make it a little smaller to make it fit, but school band members selling fruit for a fundraiser, table shows, money collected from 3 students. Together, how much more did Sarah and Ivan collect than Suzanne? So, got a couple different things. With the decimal problems, usually money problems, you might have more steps to do. So Sarah and Ivan combined. So that means we add up their 2 numbers. So Ivan and Sarah. So we get $437 on them. All right, it's saying how much more. That's going to be a subtraction problem then. So we take the 437 and we're going to subtract the 312.25 for Ivan. Got to remember to line up your decimals. We're going to have to borrow from way over there. And decimal comes straight down always, so we get $124.75. For these decimal problems, they like having a couple steps to it, make you do a couple different types of math, okay? Any questions on that one? It shouldn't be like super tough math. It's just,
You took Sarah and Ivan's together, and then you took away Ivan's.
Yeah.
I subtracted Ivan's. My bad. The steps work. Don't do that mistake. Whoops.
At least you know you added correctly.
Yes, that does show. I was just testing to see if I added correctly, right?
Yeah. I was wondering.
Anyhow, similar idea. There we go. $180.50.
Yeah, I got that.
Oops. That happens. Y'all just hopefully be a little more careful than I was. All right, try this. Karen ordered 2 hot dogs for $1.25 each, serving of onion rings for $2.99, and a drink for 98 cents. She pays with a $10 bill if it includes tax in the prices. How much change will she receive? Jacob, what'd you get? $3.53 is correct. So then we got $2.50. We add up the 2 hot dogs. You could also multiply by 2. I would guess most of y'all would just add them together. Then we add the $2.99. And I'm going to go ahead and add the 98 cents all at once with that. If you want, you can do it in pieces. You get $6.47. So then we got the $10. If the $10 didn't have the 0 cents after it, you'd still want to add it for your subtraction so you could line things up. And like you said, $3.53. Okay? This is the stuff that isn't so bad that should be a little fresher in your mind. This is a little trickier. This has been a while. This is the calculator stuff. Michelle has 40 books and 30 of the books are paperbacks. What percentage of the total books are paperbacks? This is stuff y'all did well with when we did it. It's just been a while. Whenever we have percentages, we're going to do a proportion. All right. You had 2 options. We got is of percent over 100, right? You remember doing that? If it's not is and of, it was, anybody remember what the other words were? Part and whole. I'm not going to write that all out again, but part over whole. So in this case, 30 is the part, 40 is the whole. We're looking for the percent, so that's where we leave the blank, and the 100 goes there. The numbers that are diagonal from each other, 30 and 100 are diagonal. Those you multiply. So on your calculator, you do 30 times 100. Whatever is diagonal from the blank, you divide by. So you divide by 40. That gives you 75. Okay? Any questions on that one? All right, y'all try this one. A little bit different. There were 200 people at a restaurant and 30% of them ordered salad. How many people ordered a salad? Jeremiah? 60 is correct. So in this case, they give us the percent. When they give you the percent, put the percent over 100. The other side, you're looking part over whole. There were 200 people at the restaurant. That's the total. So the total is on our bottom. So you do 200 times 30 divided by 100. That's going to give you 60. Okay? Any questions? Remember this stuff at least a little bit, hopefully?